Hey students, welcome to my channel where we are learning the basic concepts of biology in a very simple and easy way. So let us start. So today my topic is osmosis versus diffusion. So before that, have you ever wondered what is the phenomena through which the molecules they move from high concentration to low concentration? Have you ever wondered about that? So yes, this is the topic, osmosis and diffusion. So let us watch this video and understand these terminology. In living beings, these two processes are responsible for the transportation of materials in the body. Okay, we all know that in our body there are cells and the outer membrane of the cell is the plasma membrane. Fine, this is the cell and the outer covering is called as the plasma membrane. Okay, so through this plasma membrane the material has to come in or out. Fine, for the exchange of like gases or some solute or solvent molecules. So this takes place by two processes, either by the active transport or by the passive transport. Now, active transportation means by the use of energy. Wherever there is a use of energy while transporting the materials, that is called as the active transportation. And when the transportation is taking place without energy, then it is called as the passive transportation. So we are going to take the examples of passive transport here, the diffusion and the osmosis. So what is diffusion? It is basically a spontaneous movement of substance from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. Fine, anything is moving from high concentration to low concentration. So this is a simple concept, anything high to low. Okay, moving from high to low. Okay, so the thing will reach to this portion. This is having low concentration and this is having high concentration. The movement will takes place until an equilibrium is reached. Fine, equilibrium. What is equilibrium? A state of balance. Okay, when the number of molecules in this state and in this state becomes equal, then there will be no net movement. Okay, so in diffusion there is no partition, nothing is there, simply the molecules are moving from high concentration to low concentration. So these are the examples. When tea bag is dipped in the container that contains a water, so what will happen? The tea starts to diffuse inside the water. So this is diffusion. The packet of the tea bag, it contains high concentration of this tea, and in water there is no concentration of tea. So the tea will move from high to low. Similarly, suppose a drop of ink is placed in a water. In water what will happen? The ink starts to diffuse, the color starts to diffuse, and it will make all the water blue in color. So this process will take place until a state of equilibrium is reached, until the whole water contains the same content of we can say ink molecules in each portion. Fine. So another example is for example the perfume bottle, when it is opened up, the fragrance, it spreads in the whole room. Okay, so these are the examples of diffusion. So everything in this world has some logic. God has provided everything with some logic. You know, God is the great scientist. We just have to find out the reason behind that. So now let us understand what is the role of diffusion in the living beings. Actually, what is the process going on? The environment that is present outside the body that contains more amount of oxygen. Fine. So the cells inside the body, they have less oxygen. We know that our air contains 21% of oxygen. So what will happen? The oxygen from the outer environment, it will enter the cells by the process of diffusion. Okay, so what will happen? Inside the cell, oxygen is used up. This is used up in, we can say, respiration. Okay, so and to release the energy also. So this oxygen is being consumed, and along with this respiration process and the other metabolism process, carbon dioxide is released from the body. So this carbon dioxide get accumulates inside the cell. Now the concentration of carbon dioxide in the cell is more, and the outside environment, it contains less concentration of carbon dioxide. So again the process of diffusion will come, and this carbon dioxide will move from cells to the outside environment. Again the oxygen is used up, and the volume is decreasing, the concentration is decreasing, so this process will takes place again. So this cycle will go on and there is exchange of gases inside the body. Fine. So this is the role of diffusion in our body. The next terminology is the osmosis. Osmosis is actually a specialized case of diffusion. Here also there is movement of particles, but what are actually moving? The solvent particles are moving. The water will move. Okay, in diffusion there was no such restriction, but here the water will move, the solvent particles are actually moving. So water will move from high concentration of water towards the low concentration of water. The terminology high to low is same. Okay, and anything in this word will move from high to low, whether it is energy, whether it is a liquid or anything, or gas or anything. Okay, the thing will move from high to low. Okay, but what is actually here? Here only water is moving. Wherever water is more, it will move towards the condition where water is less. Fine, high to low. Okay, another important thing, very very important, is there is a selectively permeable membrane. So you can see here there is a selectively permeable membrane. Now what is this selectively permeable membrane? This is a membrane which allows the entry of certain selected particles to move. It will not allow the entry of all the particles. Fine. So here it is allowing the entry of water molecules to move from high water concentration, high solvent concentration towards the low solvent concentration. If you are not aware of the terminology solvent, we have two components in a solution. One is solute and other is the solvent. One is solute and other is the solvent. The liquid part in which the thing is dissolved, that is called as the solvent. This will be called, this liquid is called as the solvent. Okay, and the thing that is added, it can be salt, it can be for example you can say honey is added, or any sugar molecule is added. Anything that is added in this liquid will be called as the solute. Fine. And the combination of solute and solvent is called as the solution. Okay, so this is a specialized case of diffusion, because diffusion is a general terminology. Things are moving, particles are moving from high to low. Okay, there is no separate selectively permeable membrane, but in osmosis there is selectively permeable membrane and only solvent will move, water will move. Now the question arises, what is the relevance of osmosis? Like we have seen that diffusion is important, okay, in the exchange of gases. So what is the importance of osmosis? So osmosis basically is responsible for the absorption of water in living beings. Fine. And for the transportation of material from one cell to another. Okay, so we can say for transportation, for absorption of water, suppose this is a plant and it has root, and the in root we know cells are present. Okay, so outside the concentration of water is more. When we water the plants, the concentration of water is more, and inside the cell, root cells, water concentration is less. So again, by the process of osmosis, water will move from high to low, that is from soil towards the root cells. Fine. We know that stomata has the these are the tiny pores that are present on the leaf surface. Okay, so these pores, they help in the transpiration of water. We can say loss of water from the leaf surface. So whenever the cells, they contain more water, they become turgid, they become full of water. So what will happen? Excess water that will be removed out from the stomata. Okay, so this is again the phenomena that is going on, which is osmosis. So because inside the cell the water concentration is more, and in the outside environment the water concentration is less, so water will move from high to low. There are many other processes, for example seed germination, cell division, growth of cell, and providing the rigidity to the cell. So whatever phenomena is there which it requires the transportation of water, that involves osmosis. Thus we can say osmosis as well as diffusion, they play a very very important role in the living beings. Fine. So I hope the difference between the diffusion and osmosis is clear now. So if you like the videos, please share as much as you can. And if you're curious to know about the phenomena that are going in science, I will bring you more videos for you. So please subscribe my channel. Thank you.